I need my body to cooperate. So this shit is crazy. Excuse me. Shit hurts so much. I think I've probably been in the bathroom more hours today than I have done anything else combined. That's fucking annoying. I did with my deodorant. Like, where are all of them? I have like several. Wait, oh. Doesn't really make any sense. Give me a second, guys. My bad. Open sesame. Oh, my fudge. Just gonna sit on the floor. Hello, can I get all caps in the chat? Please and thank you. And please do fondle the screen. Let me get that double tap. Gonna make us some salty water. Salty water. Gotta make some salty water. Dude, I wonder if that's what killed part of the reason why my mom's dead. Dude, like, it was like, nobody should ever have salt. Don't put salt on nothing. It kills you. And give Aunt Mo so much shit because she would fucking pile salt on everything. My mom was the complete opposite. Wouldn't eat any salt. And anytime she had salt, she swore that's why her feet blew up. And I wonder if that really was why they... Where is my salt? What the heck? Huh? I just used it this morning. But I don't, Did I take it? Oh, it is in the car. Dang it. Oh well. I had extra salty water this morning, so it'll be fine. They both ended up dying 10.5 months apart, though. And the salt eater is the one who went first. She also had a lot more health issues. My mom has been so heavy on me the past couple months. It's a whole nother thing when you're grieving someone that was also one of your biggest abusers. Person that caused you some of the worst pain ever. It's like I've always wished that I knew how to hate people. The shit people have done and continue to do is mind blowing. I've been seeing people a lot the past week from my past. I find that very interesting. It's like living in the same fucking town as them this whole time. Haven't really seen anybody. And then the past week I've seen people like 4 or 5 times, only like at the grocery store or whatever. Like this morning I saw my cousin Jacob at the grocery store. It's the one who helped my ex-husband tie me up to a chair in our barn and screamed at me for hours and hours all night long on my birthday in 2020. That was their solution to the mental health medications that I was trying out, having adverse effects and making me talk like I wanted to do something. So that was their solution. Okay, tell my story. Tell my story. I was born in the Appalachian Mountains. A country as fuck town. Apple Town. Dr. Love delivered me. I think that's so interesting. Now that I know what I know about me, I find that very, very interesting. My mom always said that she got pregnant with me intentionally. Her and my dad met when she was 19. I think they got married within like less than a year. Her and her sister, they were 11 months apart. They were the youngest of the 4 kids that my grandma and grandpa had. And they met their husbands like the same night. Like they were like cruising Main Street. You like cruise to the end, do a U-turn, cruise to the other end until you see somebody you want to talk to and then pull off on the side. And I guess it was my dad and Uncle Conrad were in a truck and Mom and Aunt Mo were with some people and they were hooting and hollering at each other. They ended up marrying those guys. They both got pregnant at like on the same damn day pretty much. Because I was born February 11th and then Joanna was born February 21st. Although Aunt Mo wasn't supposed to have kids with one kidney and all like so many all sorts of health issues. Had health issues her whole life. They always said she would never have kids, but then she had Joanna. Mama always said that she had Joanna because God knew that I couldn't be here alone. Everybody's always seen me as weak and incapable because of this. Because I have a lot of feelers. Mom always said she got pregnant with me because she had really bad social anxiety. And she would have panic attacks, like really bad ones, when she like had to talk to strangers or anything. So she wanted to be loved so bad and she had never felt love. Sound familiar? So she had me to have a best friend and have somebody to talk to the cashiers for her. And then I guess I wasn't the answer that she had been hoping for, so she thought sneaking and getting pregnant one more time would make her happy. So then she had my brother 15 months later. And then she left my dad. My brother, I think I was 2. I think he was like 1.5. I think I was almost 3. Mom and dad fought in court, supposedly, for a long time. Everybody knew what my mom was doing, that she's drinking and drugging and had the kids, and like that was not her and my dad. Like my dad's supposedly still to this day has never drank or smoked or anything. But she had met a new friend and whatever. Went for a girls' weekend, and then I guess met somebody, got a DUI, left my dad, and my dad ended up being remarried, I think, within a year or 2. He was with somebody like during the child support custody stuff. He met some chick that was sitting on the curb outside of a gas station. He thought I'd be the winner. And that lady hates me because I look just like my mom. My dad lost, so my grandma lied. Apparently, my grandma had been like working with my dad and the lawyer. And then last minute, they got into the courtroom. She said she was going to say one thing. She said something totally different and lied to the court about the situation with my mom. So my mom got custody. Proceeded into moving me at least 50 times in elementary school. I went to 26 elementary schools. Like every single one in my town, some in the bordering towns. And we lived in Kentucky, Indiana, Louisiana, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. And I think we stayed in New York for like a summer or 2. So that's where her family's originally from. She would just, I guess she just would find a dude at the bar, the truck stops, like do whatever she had to do, I guess. And then she'd get us, we'd be living with some dude until she'd wake me up in the middle of the night because she had been beaten one too many times. Wake me up, pack your bag, we're out in 20. I remember so many times just I'd start to cry and beg her not to make me leave. I finally made a friend, or I finally have a bedroom, or, whatever. And as soon as I would start to cry, Andrea Michelle, you wipe that shit away right now. We gotta go. I always knew to keep, like, the things that I would need when we had to dip. I always knew to, like, keep those where I could throw them in my backpack. Like, that stuff was, like, in a separate drawer than, like, all my other stuff, or in the closet, like, I had like, oh, I got a bedroom and stuff, but I had like these 3 outfits and this and that and, whatever to grab, put in the back and go. I remember, I think it was on the way think it was on the way back here from, maybe, I'm not sure. So I think Louisiana was some of fourth grade. Because it was like Florida and then Louisiana and then Florida. And it, like, there was a lot of always going back and forth. And like, if we moved into a trailer park, we would end up living in like 4 or 5 of the trailers in that trailer park. Like, mom, I always thought it was like that she couldn't stay still, that she had to be moving at all times. But now I wonder if it was more of like she would do something for something, like an exchange type situation. I remember one of the times, I just remember a night being at a rest area. I think it was a rest area, but it might have been a truck stop. I just remember mom locking the car. She made me get in the front seat. She had a 77 Cadillac. That's what I learned to drive on when I was 9 years old. And she made me get in the front seat and she put a pistol under my pillow. I started crying. I was like, I always, until Michael forced me to get comfortable with guns, like, I never liked guns. I always had a very, like, I didn't even know why I didn't like them as much as I didn't, but she, like, put it under my pillow. I started crying and begging her not to do that. And she said, now you know you have to have it when I'm not here. And then I started begging her not to leave. I don't know how long she was gone. Probably not long. She came back. She went to sleep in the back seat. And I asked her to get it. And she said, no, you have to have it. And still to this day, I wonder why it had to stay under my pillow. Because, I mean, I wouldn't have even known what to do with it. The only thing I can figure is that in case we got pulled over, if it were under my pillow, it'd be less likely to be found. And, like, maybe she wasn't supposed to have it, or, like, probably she wasn't supposed to have it or something. I don't know. There's so much from my childhood that I had blocked so much of it out before I started doing therapy over a decade ago. And then, talk therapy just likes to have you go back to your trauma and sit and be in it. And it's interesting to me that I did talk therapy for so long and didn't see it for what it was. I couldn't really see anything for what it was until I got medicated. And then, being medicated is the excuse, reason, whatever, that my entire family abandoned me. That's interesting. It's crazy to me that I fought so hard for me, i.e., getting out of that marriage. Yet I still spent so much time being devastated and shattered and broken and whatever from the breaking of all that. I don't think enough of us are extended the grace from others, nor do we extend the grace to ourselves enough to let go of some of the shame and the fucking guilt of things that we didn't have, we weren't the only ones at full control over, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I know I have a lot of guilt and a lot of shame for things that I shouldn't. And a lot of that I've healed. I heard something yesterday, though. It made a lot of sense. It was talking about how people with CPTSD, that like whether that's from childhood trauma or, you know, covert narcissist marriage or whatever the case may be. Um, you know, because I mean, in the beginning of this, like 2020 is when my husband gave me the ultimatum in August. Um, and at that time, when I was trying to seek out information or anything to understand what was going on in my life and how everything had just flipped so completely upside down. Um, Very much what I would receive a lot when like seeking stuff out on YouTube or whatever social media. There was a lot of talk about how you needed to be healed before you sought out any relationships. And like very much like, you know, all of us that have been like beaten and broken down for most of our lives by our partners, that we are meant to heal all those pieces of us so that we don't go and seek out the same kind of partner, and or so that we don't put our past abusers actions on the new person, like reacting to things they do or say in a way that is not, you know, deserving. It's like more harsh or whatever because we're reacting from the perspective of defending ourselves against our abusers. And then I saw a video last night that, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it gave me a little hope, which I don't think I had realized that I lost as much hope as I have lost in my ever, like, finding a human that I can actually connect with, like, fully, like, real. But anyways, it was saying that you can, that there's a lot of pieces of you, if you've never experienced like a relationship that was mutually communicative and reciprocal in, like, you know, exchanging of actions and love exchanges and all the things and stuff, um, that you can't actually heal like all of those areas without being in a relationship. Like you can sit there and you know, are the parts of you and all the things and stuff, but when it really comes down to it, like if you haven't had the experience of being loved like for real, then you won't, you know, you don't have the experience. So participating in the relationship as a fully healed version of you is nearly impossible. That the relationship itself is part of the healing. I don't know if that made sense. They said it a lot better. But it's like I think I've had a lot of fear because, like, I've dated two people in the last 6 years since all that, and any them and all any past relationships, like I feel like I am like, how do I say this? My efforts and my feelings have never been reciprocated, for one. I've never felt like they have been. Um, but two, I think that I am a very, I think I'm a very easy person to take advantage of and to manipulate. And my being fully authentically me all the time, while I know that's like how I want to live, and I know that's how God wants us to live, I think it's really dangerous for some of us. Especially if we're still like, like I don't have anyone in my life. Like, I talk to a couple of my old friends occasionally, and am always quickly reminded of why so many people had to leave my life. And two, I find it very interesting that for so long now, this fully as like I lost everyone in my life. Like, I lost everything and everyone. And really, finally, I'm finally seeing it for what it actually is. And while, yes, it wasn't my decision for things to happen as quickly and as suddenly and as extremely as they did, I do think that if things didn't happen how they did, that I would have never had the chance to fully find me. Because I very much am a, like, give you my fucking all. Like, if somebody fucking needs me, I am there. Like, don't give a fuck about anything I had going on. And, like, I would just be there, like, shoved all the way up your ass. Like, trying to help you, make you feel better, make you feel loved, make you feel seen, like, take burdens off your plate, whatever. To, like, a point where, like, I now see that rather than people letting me know how they felt about how I am, they just let me be me until they didn't want to deal with it anymore, and then they just disappear. And in this situation, someone was like actively trying to make sure that everyone, was like, it was his goal to make sure that I didn't have a backup, that there would be no backup plan that would be accessible once he did what he did. And I think in the long run, all of that backfired. Like, I really don't think this is how he wanted it all to play out. but thank God that it did. I probably never would have left this town or known so surely that I will. I never would have even kind of sort of had a dream or a hope or a thought of ever being on a stage or being like a lead, like, a cause or a mission, or never thought I'd be starting up a ministry trying to get people back to their hearts. Life's really interesting. So that was some of the hardest shit, and still is the hardest shit. I still yearn for my family. I still yearn for family, I think. Not really mine. I never, like, felt seen or understood by any of my family. I was always made to feel less than. Like, literally. Pout face Levi. That was what my father and that whole side of the family called me my whole life. And then my mom, like, always was comparing me to Joanna. Wish I did this like Joanna or that like Joanna. She always hated that I was so emotional. She always saw it as such a weakness. Which I think most people do. I think I'm starting to see that it's not. Maybe not being able to control it is, but not the fact that it exists. Maybe. I need all caps. What are y'all doing? Man, I want to go to the park. I have zero gas. 0 miles till empty, like probably 10 miles before I got back. Oh snap! We got fam in the house. My eyeballs are such a struggle bus. Sad man, is that you? How are you? Hey, yay! Thank you so much. How are you? What is up? How's it going? I haven't had fam in the past few streams, past couple days, so it's nice to have you. Oh, dude, I've been learning so much. Like, I've been going even deeper with the fascia, y'all. Like, oh my word. Uh, I've actually been like pretty rough. My health issues stuff has been like, I've had like a really bad flare up, whatever. It's been like send me to the ground in excruciating pain every fucking day randomly and all this stuff for the past couple weeks. I managed to get me a storage building. So I've been slowly trying to move my shit into there. I got my driver's license, so now I just gotta get, I need the $67 for insurance and then $57, I think, for the fine for the not having insurance. And then I'll be able to have my car closer to being on the road. Because then I got to get a 10-day tag and get an inspection, oil change, and then I can pay taxes and tag. And then I can be on the road and I can move back into my car or go stay at a shelter. I just know I have to get out of here because I went and watched a friend's house for a week, and the amount of regulation my nervous system was able to acquire in that first couple days was astonishing and really, really showed me and confirmed for me what I already knew about what was happening here. My energy is definitely being harvested, and I'm definitely staying sick and getting sicker because of the evilness that is here. It is no bueno. What was I just about to look up? Oh my god, Mannix is getting married? Oh my god. What? He is younger than my child. What? Are we really that old? Oof. Aw.
You don't always want your children to walk barefoot outside, and this is why. Not gonna lie, I have these cats. They have their favorite spots on my porch, in the grass. They pretty much marked this entire property. I'm telling you this because I usually just wear my leather shoes, moccasins, when I go outside nowadays instead. The lot where you are in the world, I'm in Puerto Rico. A lot of stray cats and dogs over here. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to walk in certain areas, but I'm not 100% against it. I'm just telling you that you want to watch where your kids walk. It's not always going to be clean. This is just one example, okay? Cats versus dogs out here. So remember the herbs, one Herbs Revolutions 22-3. Get healthy, wealthy, wise, and everything you need at jacobblink.com. or hit the link in the bio to get started instead.
Damn, I didn't think about that. The cat urine and feces being outside in the grass and stuff. If you're out walking and you were to step in it, you could get toxoplasma that way as well. That's scary.
Do this 20 times every day to get rid of the belly pooch. Do this 60 seconds every day to reduce the pain.
Don't really know what they're looking at. I guess it can look a little sketchy, especially if you're using something like white powder. Once they realize that you're going to swallow it, that's when they start to worry that it's made of plastic. Usually, it is just potato starch. And the whole point is to be able to take any powder, herb, or supplement quickly, easily, and without tasting it. When people see you using blade hips for the first
Got another good one for you. So they gave you a traffic citation, didn't they? Okay, let's take in that. Contact the prosecutor's office and inform them that you want that officer that stopped you and gave you that citation, you want them on the Brady list. Any officer that is on the Brady list means that they are no longer a credible, reliable witness. Case dismissed. Got another good one for you. So they gave you a traffic citation.
The government needs everything. This is how you can make 6 and 7 figures through paperwork. Paperwork. If you are an entrepreneur or considering entrepreneurship, spend 30 minutes searching through your state procurement website. The government needs everything. This is how you can make 6 and 7 figures through paperwork. Paperwork. If you are an entrepreneur or considering entrepreneurship, spend 30 minutes searching through your state procurement website. The government needs everything. This is how you can make 6 and 7 figures.
Oh. Probably just complaining about my situation. Oh, dang.
Would sponsor. What do you have for science injection? Naturopath.
Damn, where did it go?
Not scared. I'm all the people who don't know there's copper pipes in their house. If you put a copper pipe in your chicken water, it will help prevent the buildup of algae. It will not kill the algae, but it will help prevent the buildup. And
Dang, I never thought about that. I bet people do stash shit in the coolers.
I don't believe this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There is no way. Oh my gosh.
There is a lot of people doing these detox baths, pulling out what they're calling synthetic parasites out of their skin. I will admit I have not done a deep dive on this type of detox, but what are your thoughts on this? Have you tried this? In my other videos I've said many times that we are exposed to toxins on a daily basis. If you are not detoxing and deworming regularly, you should be. I have past parasites and experienced a complete turnaround in my health and will always detox and deworm at least 2-3 times.
Damn it.
I just found another.
Y'all, people, we gotta fucking get control of our lives and our health. They're fucking killing us.
This is what's inside of your belly. See this right here? These are parasites. These are inside of your body that you think is cancer. So, them parasites in there eating all night long, this is what you want to take for at nighttime. Take apple cider vinegar. The water. You close. 10 tablespoons of baking soda. It's all in there together. Let it sit for a few minutes. Let it sit like 5 minutes. Make it, let it sit about 5 minutes in your house. You'll start seeing the brownness and all the chemicals start connecting together. That'll keep all these worms that you think is cancer that's up inside of your stomach running around all night long. They can eat all them big old snacks and stuff. There's apple cider vinegar, baking soda, cloves, and water.
This is actually not an exaggeration. There are parasites that look like earthworms, but I've seen these being pulled out of people during surgery. And this is called the Ascaris worm. It's also known as the roundworm. I used to think this footage was fake, but it's not. I also found this article of Ascaris being pulled out from a 6-year-old child. Parasites are common.
No one is resistant to worms and parasites. And look at the 1800s. We go through the 1800s. What did the doctors do then? They dewormed you. As the further I got back in history through the 1800s, I started finding books that were published by doctors through the 1800s, books that they read and books that they learned from. And lo and behold, out of every single book were deworming programs, parasite programs, all through America, all through Canada, all through the world.
Y'all should see the parasite
and
faces
pictures of
zoomed
parasites
in.
that
They're
they had
fucking
found in
demons.
flesh. For doctors in those days did autopsies, and they found parasites. And the best man I like in America is Dr. Chase out of Chicago. He wrote 3 books. You can get them in the library in the old book section. Dr. Chase. In the center of his book, he's got a whole bunch of remedies for deworming. And you know what? He kept records. I love it. And here's what he stated. For some strange reason, after 40 years of practice, I have asked everybody how often they deworm, and the people that deworm every year never come in for anything. They come in for checkups. They're healthy. And the people that never deworm, except for 2 or 3 years down the road, need some doctoring. And the people that never deworm, well, we're starting a new clinic for them because they have this strange new disease called cancer. And Dr. Chase got an 80% success rate right now.
That's crazy.
Of getting rid of cancer by deworming.
Hey.
So we started to search for parasite programs just to see what was going to be. Something was happening that we really didn't understand. So I did myself first. Lo and behold, I got 8 and 10-inch critters out of me. They were white. First of all, they were in a toilet water and they were all bunched up. I thought it was mucus. Until, just for a curiosity, I threw some hot water in the toilet to warm it up, and then went, and gosh, they were strung out and they were swimming all over.
Oh my God. He just said he thought it was mucus.
They're usually white. And
I've been telling the doctors that, holy shit.
Grasshoppers. Some of them look like little
I
tiny
fucking knew
miniature
it.
sailboats. Some of them look like little spacecraft. Yeah, this is really strange stuff.
They look like
And
demons.
every single person I have dewormed, I have never yet dewormed anyone where they didn't tell me, hey, I feel 25% better. No one is resistant to work. I just found it.
Ladies, strap your bras on and let's go to the Dollar Tree because I'm walking along, minding my own business, and what in the hell is this? Brazilians? This is not deodorant! Y'all know what? Oh my god. The orchid sandalwood. This is a flora. Oh my goodness. Oh, did y'all even know? I didn't even know. Oh, let me get my list. I cannot.
Oh. Oh.
The fastest absorption point on the body is right underneath the tongue. If you put a slice of ginger first thing in the morning underneath your tongue, it's going to trigger your lymphatic system to start draining, and it'll clear your nostrils as well.
Ooh, I like that.
The body is right underneath the tongue. If you put a slice of ginger first thing in the morning underneath your tongue, it's going to trigger your lymphatic system to
All caps in the chat. Alright. Okay, I need to leave this phone alone so it can charge. Oh, I do have one. Does that actually want me change? Oh, there's like a little breeze out here. That's nice. I gotta go grab my phone holder. I'll be back momentarily. I'll let you look at the beautiful outdoors while I go grab it. I need to turn my brightness up. Oh, snap, there I am. Open your mind to receive. What? What is dirt star? Do I know what you're talking about? I'm so confused. Why you should deliberately open your mind to receive. Because most of us have endured a pinched, narrowed existence for no good reason. We have blocked our good from getting through to us in the process. There's nothing divine about a pinched existence. There's nothing divine about a narrow, limited way of life. It proves nothing but the foolishness and ignorance of human beings who actually live in a universe of lavish abundance. Those who lead a pinched, narrow existence are not expressing their true nature. They are only cheating themselves. If this has happened to you, there is something you can do about it. The word receive means to accept. Psychologists tell us we can have anything we can mentally accept, but we must mentally accept it first. A great part of the act of receiving is thus to mentally accept the good we want rather than mentally fighting it. A well-meaning young businessman who was obviously working on this kind of acceptance asked me at a book auto auto, aut- yep, words. At a book autographing party, are all of those success stories in your books factual? Aren't some of them fabricated? Why do you ask? Was my reply. Because they sound too good to be true. Just how long have you been reading about the power of prosperous thinking? I inquired. Oh, only about a month, he said. That explained his disbelief. He was still so conditioned to the limited beliefs of the world that he had not yet learned that nothing is too good to be true. I explained that for every success story that gets into my books, scores of others do not. The results of prosperous thinking are so numerous I cannot possibly relate them all, and those reported to me are only a fraction of the happy experiences people have had who use the ideas suggested in my books. This young man was still trying to open his mind to receive. He was trying to mentally accept the belief that unlimited good is his heritage. To to help him do so, I suggested he speak forth this well-known statement for at least 5 minutes a day. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. How a teacher prospered. A teacher said, although I have studied the power of prosperous thinking for years and have had great improvement in my life from the philosophy, I recently discovered something I had been doing wrong. I had been saying I was on a fixed income, and I had been trying to bring more financial income to me in a certain way. I had not opened my mind to the possibility of unlimited supply coming to me in unlimited ways. When I realized my mistake, I spoke these words aloud over and over for a long time. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth that the universe has for me now. Within a few hours, I received a telephone call from the new cable television company in town, inviting me to come in and discuss the possibility of doing a number of children's shows for them on material I had already developed for handicapped children and slow learners. I went for the interview, and this job is now assured. It is one that will bring me a considerable income. As I continued speaking the word of receiving, my retired husband's business quickly picked up. A number of customers appeared with furniture for him to repair. These jobs will keep him busy and happy for some time. This woman continued daily to speak the word, to declare that she was receiving. Later she reported, money seems to be coming to me from all points of the universe. I have just sold a children's film which will be shown in schools as an entertainment feature for kindergarten and for underprivileged youngsters. Also, a film on games for children that I made months ago has now been marketed, and orders are beginning to flow into the distributor. All this happened after I began daily to open my mind to receive. Many people fight their good rather than accepting it. They foolishly think they can neither have their good nor should they be asking for it. Ooh. Those attitudes should be no part of the thinking of the child of a king. Do not burden yourself with such false ideas. Take just the opposite approach, as did that teacher, and see what happens as you open your mind to receive. Dude, I have literally thought about that yesterday. I was like, oh my fuck. I'm sitting here. I'm homeless. I'm homeless. I've been homeless for 2 years. I've been struggling for 2 years. I haven't been able to feed myself for 2 fucking years. It's like, hello. Like, I literally thought of that yesterday. I was like, okay, yep, even more work to be done. How she made 30,000 part-time her first year in business. Most of us have heard a great deal about giving, but not nearly enough about receiving. At the Christmas season, for instance, the emphasis is usually on giving, giving, giving. The result is that many people have a hang up about receiving. Giving is only one half of the law of increase. Receiving is the other half. We can give and give, but we may unbalance the law unless we also expect to receive. Many people do unbalance the law by not expecting to receive, and so they do not. As I wrote in my book, Open Your Mind to Prosperity, a very beautiful and fashionably dressed woman once said to me, when I first took up the study of prosperous thinking, I prospered so much so quickly that it startled me. I had just gotten a divorce and had only a few months' living expenses on hand. I decided to take a chance and use that money to go into business on a shoestring? Huh? Use that money to go into business on a shoestring. I guess, is that like a whim? I expected to make between 4,000 and 6,000 the first year from my new business. Instead, I made between 4,000 and 6,000 during the first few months. I made 30,000 that first year in business working part-time, and I will probably make at least 50,000 this year. My reason for repeating this woman's story here is her final statement. She said, "My greatest problem has been in trying not to feel guilty about receiving so much." My greatest problem has been in trying not to feel guilty about receiving. Dude, it's like literally my biggest issue. It is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and it should be your good pleasure to receive it. Oh, you're getting highlighted. Why a manufacturer failed. A recent newspaper story reported on a manufacturer of t-shirts who had gone bankrupt. The news story showed why. Thinking it a joke, he had placed this slogan on the back of each t-shirt: "Money isn't everything." This man could not mentally accept the idea of prosperity in the form of money. He had not opened his mind to receive, so of course he did not. You must be careful what you notice, talk about, or give attention to, because that is what you are identifying with, and that is what you will bring into your life. Whatever you notice, whatever you notice, you are inviting into your life. Whatever you talk about, you are inviting into your life. Whatever you identify with in your thoughts, words, and actions, you are inviting into your life. If you notice, talk about, and identify with war, crime, disease, financial problems, or inharmony, this is what you are inviting into your own life. Through the law of mind action, it will come. I've never heard of the law of mind action. I'm gonna look into that. How a yep, that's a word. Ooh, I thought it was how a restaurateur, restaurant, huh? Restaurateur. What the fuck? Restaurateur. Restaurateur. Identified with that. Okay, what? There once was a man who thought he was about to go broke in the restaurant business. He invited me to eat in his restaurant. When I walked in, I could see one obvious reason why business was not good. His restaurant had such a dismissal, uninviting atmosphere. I suggested he brighten it up if he wanted people to come there to relax and to eat. On my way out, I discovered another reason why business was not good. Near the cash register was a joke sign that read, "This is a nonprofit business. We didn't plan for it to be, it just worked out that way." The joke was on that man. He had mentally identified with nonprofit, and that was what he had attracted. Oh my fuck. I suggested he throw away that sign and stop talking about lack if he wanted to prosper. Identification with a certain state of mind will bring that state of mind and affairs to you, so be careful. What you notice, give your attention to, talk about, and get all worked up about over emotionally is what you are inviting into your life, whether you mean to or not. Open your mind to receive by noticing, giving attention to, and talking about what you want to bring into your life. Nothing else. How one man made a comeback from illness when he identified with good. I once dined with a famous self help teacher at his hill house overlooking Los Angeles. While on a lecture trip in that area, I had been surprised to receive his invitation to dinner because I knew he had undergone serious surgery just a few weeks earlier. Many who knew him were predicting that he was through. Wait. Predicting that he was through and that he would be forced to retire because of his health. Many who knew him were predicting that he was through and that he would be forced to retire because of his health. Okay. Nevertheless, when I arrived at his beautiful home for dinner, he greeted me pleasantly. Other friends soon joined us, and we had a happy evening together. As we chatted and reminisced about many things, his recent surgery was never mentioned. The state of his health was not discussed. In spite of all the dire predictions, this man made a tremendous comeback in his health and in his career. He was soon accepted by an even more prestigious church than he had then served. Next, he wrote several books on which he lectured during a round the world trip. I had the pleasure of serving as one of the guest ministers in his thriving church while he was away. For a number of years thereafter, he continued going strong. He spoke several times a week in his own church and elsewhere. He had a daily radio program, a dial a prayer ministry, and on occasion, a television show. He wrote a book a year, as he had before his surgery. Only 15 years later did he finally retire. When he passed on at the age of 86, he had outlived most of his relatives, friends, and co-workers of long standing. More than 2 decades earlier, when everyone said he was through, this man deliberately opened his mind to receive an inflow of health by identifying with the good. He made a comeback when they said it couldn't be done by concentrating on happy, pleasant things rather than by dwelling on the dreary operation he had just experienced. Is anybody else getting anything out of this? How to identify with your source. Open your mind to receive by telling God what you want instead of constantly telling people. Hey, there's an idea. Telling people what you want can dissipate your good because God is the source of your supply, not people. Although people, ideas, and opportunities are all channels of your supply, God is the source because God creates those ideas and opportunities through the law of mind action. God helps attract the appropriate people and circumstances to you to expedite those ideas and opportunities through which your good can come to pass. A statement you will want to use often to help you identify with the source of your good is this: I do not depend upon persons or conditions for my good. God is the source of my supply, and God provides amazing channels of good to me now. I do not depend upon persons or conditions for my good. For God is the source of my supply, and God provides amazing channels of good to me now. Oh, wait, where was the. I should have highlighted. Where did it. I did that one. I want to make sure and highlight all the ones that that I am receiving. Oh, there goes my stomach. Ow, fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth that the universe has for me now.
Right now.
And then, were those the only other ones? And then I do not depend upon persons or conditions for my good. God is the source of my supply, and God provides amazing channels of good to me now. I'm just going to double check. Yep. And dang it, I just remembered I was wanting to do green. Which actually, I want to highlight some different stuff. So maybe I'll just do the things to repeat in blue. And then the info for me in green. Let me go grab that. Dude, the whole back of my hand, like all my skin is peeling off. And I don't understand. I've never had this happen before. Like it's like I got sunburnt, but I didn't. So strange. Oh my fudge, dude. My stomach is just no bueno. Many people fight their good rather than accepting it. They foolishly think they can neither have their good nor should they be asking for it. The first kind of giving. Giving is the first step in receiving. When you want to receive, give. However, there are three kinds of giving. All three are equally necessary to your long-term growth and success. First, give to God. Put God first financially. Why? As is as is explained in Buddhism and elsewhere. This is the first quality to be developed in your character on the road to enlightenment. Many conscientious people study self-help methods galore, yet do not receive the benefits from them they should because they ignore the first step. Various schemes have been suggested for getting rich quick. Most of them fail because they are based on getting, not giving. They have no spiritual basis. The reason many people fail to receive their good in life is because they do not practice giving or returning impersonally to the universe on a systematic basis, a portion of all that the universe shares with them. Two businessmen in Chicago once told me they had held the local franchise on one of the most famous success courses in America, one that cost thousands of dollars to take. Though they prospered for a time, they eventually went broke. They finally realized why. Their course had only emphasized getting, not giving. Their course had not taught the spiritual side of prosperity. It had not taught its students to tithe their way to prosperity by returning to the universe a tenth of all they received. Only after these two businessmen found their way into a local New Thought church and begun to put God first financially did their financial affairs stabilize, and they began to prosper permanently. When any persons withhold that which belongs to the universe, their lives are thrown out of balance, and they experience lack in some form. It may be lack of supply, lack of help, lack of love, lack of spiritual understanding, or lack of direction in life. Only as we let go of our littleness can we expand into the larger life. The fuck are you? Only as we let go of our littleness can we expand into the larger life. So it is not enough to say you believe God is the source of your supply. You must prove you believe God is the source of your supply by first sharing with God. This keeps you in touch with a universal source of abundance. The billionaire Solomon pointed out what the wise use of this ancient success method could mean to you when he advised, honor Jehovah with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy vats shall overflow with new wine. Proverbs 3:9-10. Emphasis added. This success principle is more fully explained and documented in Chapter 7 as a method for helping you open your mind to receive. Bible passages quoted herein are from either the American Standard Version of the King James Version of the Holy Bible. Just in case you were wondering. The second kind of giving. Second, give to yourself. Yes, open your mind to receive by giving to yourself, because all progress begins with self-improvement. It is sometimes easy to undergive to yourself, but that unbalances the action of the law and keeps your good from coming through. You must first put your attention on the improvement and development of yourself, including your own strength and wisdom, before you can possibly help others. You cannot give to others unless you first have something to give. You must first have substance, along with a measure of strength and wisdom, before you can share these qualities with others. Some misguided people think it is selfish to emphasize self-improvement first, but only after self-improvement are you capable of helping others. When you do the opposite, when you overgive to others, you feel depleted, and you are. It causes a sense of lack within you that is degrading, and limiting. Because of this, overgiving to others is self defeating to you and can be hurtful to those others as well. It accomplishes nothing constructive. Psychologists talk about the sin of parents who overgive to their children. This suppresses their children's talents and overworks the parents. Such overgiving harms everyone concerned. In the recent age of permissiveness, we witnessed the damaging results of overgiving parents in their confused, bewildered children. By contrast, my own father gave as little as possible to his children, and what he did give, he gave reluctantly. The philosophy of undergiving had been a part of his upbringing. It caused many hardships for my brother, my sister, and me, and I needed years to overcome the poverty consciousness that resulted. So let us seek to strike a happy balance. Shakespeare had one of his characters advised, "To thine own self be true." This might be revised to read, "To thine own self be generous." Give something to yourself right away. It might be a new book you wish to read, an item of clothing or jewelry, or something for your home or office. It might be the treat of going out to dinner, to the theater, to a party, or taking a vacation. It might be deliberately setting aside some daily time for prayer, meditation, and inspirational study. It might be something big or small, tangible or intangible. The third kind of giving. Third, after giving to God and to yourself, give something to someone else. After you give something to someone else, bless whatever you have given. Bless the person or persons to whom you gave it. Then release both the gift and the recipient. Any of us, man, woman, or child, can transform our lives by transforming what we give. What we give to God, what we give to ourselves, and what we give to others. When you aren't sure what to give to others, this is the time to declare, "I give under divine direction." Then watch the hunches and ideas that come. You'll be shown what to give, where, and to whom. Many of the blessings you want most are within your reach. By your acts of giving, you open the way to attract the blessings you desire. These blessings have probably been waiting to reach you, but were blocked by your own lack of giving. There was no free channel through which they could pass. By giving under divine direction, you open a channel through which these blessings are free to come to you. An early prosperity teacher of mine often said, "First give to God, then give to humankind as God directs." The one who did not prepare to receive suffered lack. After you give to God, yourself, and others, then get ready to receive. You can get ready to receive by preparing to receive. There are those who say, "I give, but I do not expect to receive," and they do not. An unhappy lady explained, "I teach a private prosperity class in my home, but I do not take an offering. I give, but I do not believe I should expect to receive," and she didn't. But she resented not receiving. Oh, this is hitting home. She should have resented not receiving. She should have resented not receiving because she was unbalancing the action of the law of increase by giving, giving, and not opening the way to receive. It was pointed out to this woman that teaching such a class was fine, but that she was not only shortchanging herself, she was also shortchanging her students by giving them the impression they could get something for nothing. She should have either charged handsomely for her course or opened the way right there in class for her students to prove the law of increase by extending an invitation to them to give generous tithes and offerings in appreciation for the priceless instruction they were receiving. She was cheating herself and she was cheating them by her fearful attitude. The one who prepared to receive prospered. In the early days of the Unity movement, a visiting lecturer spoke to the workers employed by the Unity School of Christianity at their headquarters, then located in Kansas City, Missouri. The guest speaker was introduced by Unity's co founder, Charles Fillmore. Early in his talk, this well meaning but somewhat self righteous speaker said, "In my ministry, we do not pass the offering plate. We leave one at the back of the room, and if anyone wishes to give something, the plate is available. But I do not stress giving." According to the oft repeated report, that's as far as he got. Charles Fillmore walked up to the lecture and said to the speaker, "You may think and teach what you wish in your organization, but in this one, we believe in passing the plate because we know the law of giving and receiving. Not only do we pass the plate in our meetings, but each plate is always filled to overflowing. Students of practical Christianity want to give so they can prosper, and so they can help this movement to prosper." It is little wonder that Mr. Fillmore later became known as one of the pioneers of positive thinking, or that the Unity movement became a successful organization which has inspired millions over the years. You can see how a contrast in attitudes brought a contrast in results. The woman who led the prosperity class did not believe in teaching the universal law of giving and receiving, and she did not receive. Her students were few. The other teacher did not believe in teaching the universal law of giving and receiving, and he became the head of a prosperous. The other teacher did believe. Okay, my bad. Prosperous organization that has helped countless people around the world. You can give up any false ideas you may have had about receiving. Your receiving doesn't stop anyone else's receiving. Your receiving doesn't stop anyone else's receiving. Yep, that's it right there. We live in a lavish universe, and there's plenty for all. How preparing for wealth attracted it. Several decades ago, the owner of a charm school was widowed and had 3 small children to support. People kept saying, "She is a lovely girl, but nobody wants to marry someone with all those children. That's too much financial responsibility to assume." This attractive widow paid no attention to that kind of talk. She taught prosperity principles in her charm course. She told her students they must develop a prosperous consciousness in order to be charming and successful in every phase of their lives. She did everything that occurred to her personally to prepare to receive a better way of life. She bought a striking gold designer suit, which she constantly wore. It cost $200, which was a huge sum for such an item back then. Once a week, she invited me to dine with her, always in the best restaurants, though sometimes she barely had the price of our lunch. Did the act of preparing for greater good attract it to her? She married a widower of third-generation wealth who helped raise her 3 children. Then later, they had one of their own, a total of 4. While everyone around her was talking lack and limitation, she was quietly preparing for just the opposite, and what she prepared for, she got. I find it interesting that none of the people who tried mentally to limit her future ever attracted wealth to themselves, not through hard work, marriage, or a windfall. The limited thoughts they meant for her, they unwittingly attached to themselves. Dude, that shit right there, like that there's fucking realness in there. Hello. What are the eyeballs all about? I don't know. My phone's about to die. Prepare by speaking the word of receiving. Many people's prayers are not answered because they keep asking in prayer, but they do not follow through by getting ready to receive. Only when you have become ready to receive are you prepared for the next step. To speak the word of receiving, as for example the teacher earlier in this chapter did. When you daily declare that you are receiving, your words make a believer out of your subconscious mind, which then starts working with you to help make it so. The way to avoid a pinched, narrow way of life is to deliberately speak the word of receiving. Declare daily, I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth that the universe has for me now. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all of the wealth that the universe has for me now. The businessman started doing this, and within 1 year, his income became 8 times what it had been. Another businessman says he has received unexpected checks of $1,000 or more every time he has consistently declared, all that is mine by divine right now comes to me speedily, richly, freely. I am receiving now. All that is mine by divine right now comes to me speedily, richly, and freely. I am receiving it now. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to do that one. Where'd it go? All right, release is the final step. As a teacher of practical mysticism recently said, students of prosperity need to know when to release the inner work they have done, then relax so that outer results can come. There are resting places in mental action. There is a time to fish and a time to dry your nets. On various occasions in my life, greater good has come to me after long periods of inner work, when I felt guided to release everything to its perfect results. I finished several books after I did this. Happy changes in location and business, a better income, and larger homes have all appeared after I worked inwardly, then turned it all loose, relaxed, and let go. So after speaking the word of receiving for a period of time, declare that you have received and release your concern. Assume that greater good is already yours since you have claimed it on the inner plane. This helps that good to appear on the outer plane as visible results in rich, appropriate form under divine timing. When you have reached this point of release, declare, grab that highlighter, it is finished. It is done. I give thanks that I have received and that my good appears in rich, appropriate form under divine timing. As you then relax and let go, this process can open the way for unlimited results. Well, we just did chapter 1, folks. Look at us go. Might end up reading this whole damn thing today. I gotta go see if I have my power bank. Just one moment. It must be in the car. Here, I'll just so y'all can see when I'm coming back. Found them. My bad. So there's all right, hold your breath. All right, it's in. I'm such a dork. Ooh, I haven't mentioned it in a while, but if anybody wants to, expand their consciousness and wake up and realize and get out of the matrix, I created a guide to help people to start to do that called the Sovereign Rhythm Guide. It's available on my Buy Me a Coffee store. It's a couple pages long, really not much definitely not difficult read or anything. It's a guidance for morning, midday, and night. Just different things that I do to return back into my heart and into me, ground myself. Different practices to get your lymphatic and fascial systems moving and flowing in the mornings and stuff. Balancing out your nervous system. I'm currently writing a book on all of it, as well as doing a workbook that will accompany it, assisting and getting your fluidity back into your fascia and getting your oneness back, really. I just keep learning so much more and more about it. It's like right when I think I know all the things I want to include, then I find more stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought that was a thing, but now that I have the confirmation, how do I add that in with it all, you know? I don't know. Um, Whoa, what? Dude, random fact. Apparently, there are 20 million videos uploaded to YouTube every single day. The greed is sickening. That is very true, love.
If you're a beginner coach with no name, no brand, and nobody knows who you are. And so the smartest thing you can do right now to get leads and to get attention is to get onto other people's podcasts, because they have spent years or decades building an audience, which means you don't need to. But if you're a newbie coach and you don't have a name and you don't have much experience and you're just starting out, why would podcasters want to pick you? That's the big question. More importantly, if they do pick you, how do you conduct yourself so it doesn't feel like you're inexperienced? How do you not look like an idiot? How do you not stumble on your words? How do you not maybe get found out because you are just starting out? And we all got to start somewhere. And so every person has a starting point. So in this video here, I'm going to share with you exactly on how to do that. I'll answer all the questions above. Plus, I'll share with you exactly on how to get booked on podcasts, where to find them in your area, and how to conduct questions like a pro so that you don't look inexperienced. But more importantly, once you are on these podcasts, how to use it to grow your personal brand so you get booked on more podcasts and get more leads in your business. Now, this video here is an extract of a live virtual event I did for my students, and this is a paid event where I shared with them exactly on how I got booked on over 30 podcasts last year, and that was the result of us growing to $10 million in a single year. So catch this. This is a paid event that you don't need to pay for. Get a pen and paper out, take plenty of notes, because this is fire. Why podcasts? I want to spend a disproportionate amount of time on this because I believe this is going to be the one thing that will propel your business the fastest for so many reasons. But the first reason is this. And this is what we doubled down on in the last 18 months. And that's how we got to $10 million last year. This one focus is this. People always give you their time before they give you their money. Always. We call this consumption. We call this no like trust. We call this just sussing you out. They always give you the time before they give you the money. Now, the more time they give you upfront, then the easier it is for you to make an offer to them. The more likely they're going to pay, the more.
I just finished filming the video that I'm going to publish for tomorrow, and it's going to be a very heartfelt video, and it's about what you guys see in me. It's what also exists within you, and I want you guys to understand that. So I go very deep into this emotion that I was feeling that I needed to express, and I want you guys to really believe in yourselves. I want you guys to really step into your courage and your bravery, because everything is possible. You just have to really believe in yourself. So I think this video is a little long. I think it's like 35 minutes long, maybe a little more, I'm not really sure. But I went into my flow state, and I just want to say I'm very grateful for everyone here. I never imagined that I would find so many supportive, loving, kind people you guys have shared deep stories with me, and I am so grateful for every single one of you. It means more than you know, and I hope that this video tomorrow empowers you and motivates you and inspires you to really break through the box, like I call it, that box that we have been taught to believe that is our life. That's not our story. That's not who we are. So I hope that my video inspires you to really step into your power and break free. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. I just finished filming.
So sweet.
Hello everybody. Welcome and welcome back to
Oh, I
my
like her
channel.
hair.
Let's get another message for you guys to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment.
The Walking Dead is still a thing? Oh my god.
So, I am not gonna lie, the energy has been a bit turbulent, shall we say? I have no idea what's going on, honey, but yeah. People are going through tower moments. There's also something here about people trying to do work on you throughout the night, or just sending you energy heavily at night. Okay, I don't know if these people can't sleep, therefore they're like heavily thinking about you at night, but you might be experiencing like sleep interruptions, all right, maybe even a bit of like a nightmare-y type of energy, not necessarily like horrible nightmares, but just like odd energy that spirit is kind of showing you in real time. So if you wake up from an odd dream and you're like, what the fuck was that? That's usually like meant to be decoded of what's going on in the background. Also, again, someone is trying to affect the health of something, okay? So this could be the health of your relationships, all right? Not necessarily targeting you per se, but the relationships.
Dude, he's not targeting me.
Let's just see what's going on here, because it does feel, yeah, we have Gemini energy coming out, and Pisces, which is giving me heavily at night, okay?
Fucking told y'all, dude.
Big time.
This dude's fucking doing curses on me at night.
Okay, they're thinking about, I don't know, you guys have gone on a glow up because we have the North Node, we have Mercury, we have Mars. Pisces, Gemini, then we have the first house, the ninth house, and the fifth house. So the first and the fifth is giving me your physical outlook, like your...
Oh my, what?
You've gone through some sort of
transformation. You'll see me late. Wait, what? Huh? How long did I miss you? What? I've only been waiting for months for you to come in. Oh my fudge. What is happening? Are you here? Did you already leave? What's going on? Huh? I need a business partner. I need a technologically savvy individual that would want to help me change the fucking world. You're gone. Wait, why does it say it's not charging? What the fudge? What is happening? What? Is one side for input and one side for output? Or, huh? It still says it's not charging. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's because the case is on. Oh. Oh. The struggles are real. The struggles are really real. Okay, that makes no sense. Stan, are you gone already? Now it's charging. I wonder, I guess this charger's just shit. wish I had gas. Oh God.
In a fucking palace. Who are you? That's what they said to me. Like, where are you? Who am I? Who am I? A girl with 100,000 people ranting and 100,000 people ranting and raving her name. Who am I? 100,000 people at age 14 loving her, adoring her, willing to do anything for her. Who am I? Honey, I'm the fucking princess. That's who I am. Tell Marcos that I said hello.
What?
Let him know I'm thinking about him. And I bet you anything, that man will be rushing towards me. Let him know. Let him know I never forgot him in Los Angeles, yeah? Cool. And this song's my song.
Is she like losing it?
Let him know.
She looks.
Let him know, yeah?
The fuck is happening? She is not well. Dude, I think this is a cry for help. Oh, she's been drinking. Hmm. Okay. That was interesting. What are you doing? Are you being lazy? Is her being lazy? Golly, my stomach, dude. It's fucking crazy, dude. People charging $6.50 a month for a parking spot. Dang it, I need some shelves. Keep hoping I'll get on Marketplace and all of a sudden there'll be shelves for free. Even though I don't have the gas to fucking get anywhere. I'm having so many pains. So fucking annoying. No such luck. Well, peace be with you as well. I hope you are very, very blessed. Goodness gracious. Oh, thank you for my hearts. You can email me. Or you can DM me. Oh, snap, 4748, what's up? How is it going? I could go for a mutually beneficial situation. I didn't realize I missed messages, my bad. I am in North Carolina. Oh, you put all my fudge. You're a great uncle. Ooh, oh my gosh. I just found out that, like, my son used to do jujitsu and judo and everything when he was younger. And he did them with these twins. And the twins, I'm pretty sure, are almost a year younger than Ro. And Ro's my youngest. And I just saw on Facebook today, their mom put a picture and she said, yes, Mannix is getting married. I was like, excuse me very much. We should not be old enough to be great aunts and uncles and freaking grandparents and all the things. Like, when did that fucking happen? A great uncle. So how many siblings do you have? No, that's pretty close. Same side of the world. Oh, what are you doing? Are you sniffing your own butt? That's weird. Oh, she moved. I was going to show y'all how she was laying. Oh my God. And she like literally just licked her butt right after I said that. Can't tell me they don't know what we're fucking saying. What are you doing? I'm 41 as well. And, oh, gonna, me either. I have one biological son that will be, oh my God, he will be 20 years old in October. And then my adopted son, who, like, I adopted him when he was 9, fucking killed myself to make sure he got wherever, and then when his father ended everything, he stopped talking to me, so I ain't spoke to him in like 6 years. But I always told him when I was raising him, because I'm like, dude, I was like, you know, if I would have biologically had you, I would have been 14 years old. I'm like, dude, do not. I made my kid, like I told my kids, I was like, y'all have to promise me no matter what, I cannot become a grandma before I'm 40. Like, don't fucking do it to me. Don't do it to me. Because I've met, like, that kind of shit happens, especially where I'm from. Like, that kind of shit, like, happens. And then my oldest is, I guess, bi. I'm pretty sure he's gay, but I know that he's bi. But also, confiding in his father about that is one of the main reasons why he doesn't speak to me. I really would have thought that I could get Michael to let go of his fucking horrible ways of thinking and accept our son and stop talking shit about homosexuality like he did all the damn time. But no, that didn't pan out. Oh snap, there's a dragonfly on my flowers. So beautiful. Dude, I need some fucking gas money. I'm gonna get out of here. I need some fucking... I need almond milk so I can do my smoothies too. I wonder if he's going anywhere today. So I could take a load to the storage building. Why is the national anthem stuck in my head right now? That's weird. Ooh, a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. Yeah, I did mine early. I am. And it has done me no good. A really very covert narcissist, like very evil person that I didn't see it. I didn't know. But he had me for 15 years. And then gave me an ultimatum or I would lose everything and everyone. I had to flush all my medications and never see a doctor again, or lose everyone I love and everything I owned. And I lost everything I loved and owned. Like, he took my dog, he took my kids, he took my dad, he took my grandparents, my cousins, my brother. He had been secretly fucking giving drugs to our son, his biological son, and getting my kid drunk. And nobody would listen to me. I was so brainwashed when I was with him, dude. I didn't matter to me or to anyone else. Like, everyone else was priority. Always. I've been like that my whole life. Until now. And the only thing I've seen from this is suffering, but it'll shift. It's gotta shift. I do have a GoFundMe set up. In the description on this stream, there should be Cash App and Venmo info if anybody feels called to donate to somebody that has been suffering with chronic illnesses for God knows how long. I can't fucking figure out what's wrong with me. I live where Hurricane Helene happened. Been homeless because of that since then. I've been housed for a year, but it is not a home. I have to deal with fucking sexual harassment all the damn time. There's one day soon, I will not have to do that anymore. that happens, I'll be able to just walk the fuck away. Tell them, put them in their place, and then walk the fuck away. Because I have suffered enough. Man, it's still in the red. I think I'm going to have to... I probably need to end the stream so I can charge my phones all the way back up. So I can start it back up. Yep, 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 yep. Let's see. Check my emails. All right. It's in the bio on my channel. It's Dreya 70391 at Gmail. I think maybe, ain't it? I'm pretty sure it's in the bio. Did you get it? Dreya 70391. Oh my god, that's one of the dragonflies that has like a white body and black wings or something. It's so cool looking. I think I should have left those weeds around my echinacea. They seem like they're losing their color. Could that be because of the weeds? Oh, Wyoming, what's up? How's it going? Dang, I wish I could go to my tree and do my workout. I don't have gas. How is your day going? Oh, it's quite cool down here. Let me figure out what else I'm gonna list on Marketplace. And then probably just go ahead and start pricing stuff for the flea market this coming weekend. Oh, it's all right. It's a day. It's a day. Oh, what the fuck? Freaking cobwebs. Oh, goodness. Alright, guys. I think my smartest move is going to be in the stream so I can charge the phones fully and the power bank and stuff. So if I'm able to leave, then I will have everything ready to go live when I get off the mountain. So I am going to bid you a farewell, and I'm sending you love and light. And I'll see you when I come back. All right, love you, bye. And she's back. Can't figure out how to operate my